This is video 4, and we're starting. Where's the? All right, starting on slide 217. Go ahead.
What information should be placed on tag of treated seed?
Treated seed, in capital letters, chemical or generic name of treatment material, hazardous to humans or animals, practical treatment.
The origin of California's certification of Hollanton alfalfa is presented, but nothing is found on containers. What is your course of action?
Course of action when alfalfa is present. So stop sale. Seize the lot. Issue complaint.
For root samples of nematodes of the lot, what is the spacing for testing?
40 feet of spacing needed for testing nematodes of lot.
What is a certified nursery inspector?
A certified nursery inspector is a representative of the commissioner who possesses a state certification of qualification in nursery and seed regulation.
What does item 4.1 of the nursery inspecting manual state?
It states nursery inspection statistical procedures.
What is the fine for an infraction?
It's a $1,000 fine for an infraction.
A landscape contractor does not need a nursery stock license if
the contractor holds plants on his lots, sells to retail or wholesale nursery, the landscaper contract does not need a nursery stock license in that scenario.
You don't need a nursery stock license if you sell.
If you sell cut flowers, cut Christmas trees, sell seeds, plants at retail for indoor decorative use, you don't need a nursery license.
The secretary adopts
lists of noxious weeds.
What is germination test dates for seeds in a hermetically sealed container?
For the dealer, resale is 18 months. For sale at retail, 36 months, 30 days, and 40 days.
If a person makes no attempt to clean a lot that was not commercially cleaned the first time, what is your course of action?
Wholesale order, issue non-compliance, inform commissioner.
Which is a deciduous tree? Mexican abelia, Mexican orange, sweet mock orange, or orchid rock rose?
So the sweet mock orange is gonna be the deciduous tree. The rest are evergreen.
You find a relatively unknown scale on 7 to 50 trees on a lot. What is your course of action? Hold trees / send samples or have owners spray?
Hold the trees and send the samples.
You find a pest of limited distribution in California on a lot of trees. What is your course of action?
Course of action is affix non-compliance warning tag to lots, issue hold notice, collect, submit samples, determine origin of lot.
What constitutes labeling?
All labels and other written, printed, or graphic representation in any form whatsoever which accompany and pertain to any seed, whether the seed is in bulk or in containers. It includes invoices.
What does section 4.1 of the Nursery Inspection Procedure Manual state?
It outlines statistical inspection procedures.
What does section 6723 state?
concerns license fees. Minimum license fee 180. Acreage more than 25, less than 900.
If a contractor sells nursery stock, does he need a nursery stock license?
Yes.
What are the most amounts per volume of seed that can be changed per dollar?
The most amounts per volume of seed that can be charged per dollar are 40 cents per $100.
What organisms cause damping off?
Pythium, Rhizotonia, and Fusarium. They are all fungi.
Is crown gall a disease of deciduous fruit trees?
Yes, crown gall is a disease of deciduous fruit trees.
What is process?
Any modification of the form of nature of agriculture or vegetable seed, or any treatment of the seed which renders it inviable.
What body within California seed law acts as a regulatory agency?
The CDFA, Secretary, Commissioner, and Commissioner's Minions.
What is the definition of a qualified nursery inspector?
A representative of the CAC who possesses a state certification of qualification in nursery or seed regulation, or a member of the commissioner's staff, processing required experience and education, studying for state certification, and is working under supervision of qualified nursery and seed inspector.
What is the definition of nursery stock, section 5005?
Section 5005, any plants for planting, propagation, or ornamentation.
If seed is labeled as being certified, yet the container is not labeled, what is your action?
Stop sale order non-compliance citation is the action.
In a 40 bag lot, how many bags should be sampled?
40 bag lots, 6 or less bags, sample all of them, but the 40 lots sample 5 plus 10% of total bags, not to exceed 30. So sample 9 bags, not to exceed 30? What? That doesn't make sense. So put it at the 40, 10% of the 40, that's going to be 4 plus, 9, I see. So sample 9 bags, I see.
Oh, okay. If a pest of limited distribution is found on nursery lot, what is your action?
Make written hold order and suspend the nursery stock license until solution, eradication, or until infested plants are tested.
If a lot owner has not satisfied the requirement to clean infested nursery stock, what is your action?
Non-compliance notice. Report to commissioner who may take action against owner. Stop sale.
If the ag commissioner sends a seed sample, what is it called?
Quarantine sample.
What is a noxious weed species?
Section 5004. Any species of plant that is detrimental or destructive to agriculture and important native species and is difficult to control or eradicate and is declared so by the agricultural director.
A labeler need not pay an assessment fee if
it has already been paid by another labeler or person, or if lot has been changed.
Sorghum anum is a...
Sorghum anum is a noxious weed, restricted weed.
For additional labeling requirements for non-farm seed, the VAS states...
The viability assurance statement states used before month year, not to exceed 15-month retail time period allowed by law, conspicuous and in capital letters, affixed at time of labeling of containers for retail sale.
What does a conditioner do?
Conditioner cleans, scarifies, or blends to obtain uniform quality, or conducts other operations which change the purity, germination, or identity of any lots of seed, including but not limited to packaging, labeling, blending together of uniform lots of the same kind or variety, or the preparation of a mixture.
What is standard of cleanliness, and does it pertain to nursery stock only?
Standard of cleanliness, keeping stock commercially clean, kept free of limited distribution pests, pests not known to the establishment in California, set by director.
What does 3064A1D state?
That states that the 3064A1D states that nursery stock does not meet cleanliness. The standards of cleanliness prescribed in 5060 shall not be sold, except as provided in 3060.4C or written agreements between buyer and seller. I'm sure there's a question mark there.
Which is deciduous? Katsura tree, camphor tree, sawleaf, salcova, or western budwood?
So the sawleaf salcova is deciduous.
Which is evergreen? Western magnolia, European white birch, Garcian laurel, or maton tree?
So the laurel and the maton tree are evergreen. The last two.
Regarding nursery stock nematode certification, what is the definition of approved versus laboratory method?
Approved treatments, any soil preparation, treatments, and post-treatment recontamination measures that are approved, documented, and supervised by the department. Approved laboratory method, any soil sampling plants, growing plants, or sample identification methods, nematode extraction methods, diagnostic procedures approved by the department to test soil and plants for nematodes.
Regarding nursery stock nematode certification, what laboratory methods is certification based on in-field crops?
Collect samples on a 40 by 40 grid interval, small amount of soil, composited on acre or nursery stock variety basis.
Regarding nursery stock nematode certification, what is delimitation of nematode infested stock?
Nematode found, sample 20 by 20 feet grid, composited on a quarter acre basis. Nematode found, infested, not found, commercially clean.
What does 3.1 of the nursery manual state?
3.1 of the nursery manual states procedures to complete form to authorize use of California nursery stock certificate.
What does section 6723 and 6741 state?
So section 6723 is secretary established minimum license fee not to exceed $180. Section 6741 exempt from fee if make less than 1,000, reported to the CAC, plants of own production sold within county grown. So more small application there. We're gonna stop at slide 260. It's about 15 minutes, right about. Meow.